we dream of interstellar travel and the conquest of space. Yet, shockingly, we may never be able to leave the solar system. It seems as if humanity is stuck on this planet, with the daunting possibility that Earth will no longer be habitable in 100,000 years. Where is the solution? Do we have a chance of surviving long-term and colonizing space? After all, scientists are painting a grim picture of the future. In just a few hundred years, the Earth could become a hot greenhouse where the oceans will have risen so high that large parts of the continents will have disappeared. Imagine a future Earth where major metropolitan areas like New York, Rio de Janeiro, Hong Kong, and many others have simply vanished. Millions of people flee further inland, diseases wipe out large populations, and many animal species disappear forever. Places like Oceania no longer exist, and Hawaii becomes a memory, only surviving in stories. Cities, once situated at sea level, will now be found on the tops of mountains that were once the highest peaks on Earth. If we believe science, this is inevitable. Elon Musk, the billionaire and visionary, is one of the first and shockingly few people responding to this future scenario with actual plans. Musk says that if humanity wants to survive, we must go to space. But who is right, Musk or NASA? Did you know that Elon Musk has plans to turn Mars into an Earth-like environment? This concept is called terraforming. It involves using nuclear warheads to release the water deposits at Mars' poles, effectively transforming the planet. NASA, however, argues that this is not possible. What few people know today is that NASA had similar plans in the late 1980s. But NASA was held back by technical problems, financial restrictions on space exploration, and tragic setbacks like the space shuttle disasters. Eventually, NASA abandoned its moon missions, did not design any new spacecraft, and scrapped plans to colonize Mars. It wasn't until Elon Musk came along that NASA regained its sense of purpose. Today, NASA and Musk SpaceX are working together on the Artemis project, which aims to build the first manned lunar station in just a few years. NASA will focus on the scientific aspects of the project, while Musk will handle the technological and likely the tourism side of things. This lunar orbit station will eventually serve as a stopover for missions to Mars. It's only a matter of time before humans land and settle on Mars. But even Mars won't be a permanent alternative for human habitation. One day, the red planet, too, will become too small or uncomfortable for humanity. At that point, we would have to leave the solar system. But that's where another issue arises. There are very few, if any, planets within the solar system that offer conditions for human life. It's a scientific fact that we cannot cross the boundaries of the solar system. Consider the distances in our solar system. The distance from Earth to the Sun is 150 million kilometers, which is 1 astronomical unit. From Earth to the Moon, it's about 384,000 kilometers. Traveling to Mars requires an average journey of 225 million kilometers, depending on where each planet is in its orbit around the Sun. Now let's take a leap further. The distance to Jupiter is already 778 million kilometers. It's 5.9 billion kilometers to Pluto and 100 astronomical units, 14.96 billion kilometers to the edge of the heliosphere. In terms of technology, the fastest spacecraft ever built by humans is currently the Parker Solar Probe, traveling at 700,000 kilometers per hour. Elon Musk's SpaceX ships, such as Starship, travel at around 27,000 kilometers per hour. The first Mars settlers will spend around 6 months aboard these spacious and comfortable ships before reaching their destination. This technology is considered highly advanced by today's standards. However, if a Starship were to travel to the edge of the heliosphere, it would take well over 100 years. A Starship, as it is currently technologically feasible, would require several thousand years to reach the nearest solar system. So, does this mean that the dream of humanity becoming an interstellar species is over? Or are we overlooking an important factor? Lightspeed travel, which was once the stuff of science fiction, might offer a solution. For a long time, warp drives were a figment of the imagination, popularized by sci-fi writers. But in the 1990s, scientists began to take the concept seriously and did the math. Mexican physicist Miguel Alcubierre was the first to suggest that warp drive propulsion could be mathematically possible. However, practical applications of this theory remain unsolved. Science, however, never sleeps, and there are now several concepts closer to a solution. Yet, one of the biggest problems is fuel. Some physicists and engineers believe that in a few years or decades, we may be able to manipulate spacetime using new laws of physics. This could allow us to either bypass current physical laws or create new ones altogether. We may already be on the verge of such a breakthrough, as modern astrophysics is in the midst of a crisis of the century. Recent observations of the universe, particularly from the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, are challenging current physical theories. The discoveries being made in cosmology could open new paths for physics, which could lead to revolutionary propulsion technologies. These advancements could allow spaceships to bypass conventional methods of traversing distances, instead manipulating spacetime to slip through folds in the fabric of the universe. In the realm of theoretical possibility, extraterrestrial technologies might play a key role. Thousands of people around the world report UFO sightings each year, including fighter pilots, commercial airline crews, and sailors. These witnesses often describe flying objects that defy the known laws of physics, saucer-shaped, egg-shaped, and even triangular objects that appear to fly in formation. The phenomenon has garnered so much attention that in 2023, the U.S. Congress held hearings on the subject. David Grush, a former U.S. Army official specializing in UFO investigations, claimed that the military had been hiding knowledge of several crashed UFOs. This aligns with claims made by UFO researcher Bob Lazar in the late 1980s, who said that the U.S. government was secretly studying extraterrestrial technology, including a mysterious element called Element 115. Element 115, Lazar said, could enable faster-than-light travel by manipulating gravity. At the time, his claims were dismissed as fantasy, but in 2003, scientists successfully synthesized Element 115 in a lab. However, the version they created was not stable enough to operate a reactor. Despite this, the discovery lent credibility to Lazar's claims. If extraterrestrial beings do exist, it follows that their technologies do as well. It might be only a matter of time before we understand and replicate their methods. In fact, the Russian astronomer Nikolai Kardashev proposed a scale to measure civilizations based on their energy consumption. According to Kardashev's scale, there are 3 types of intelligent species. Type 1 civilizations harness energy from their planet, much like we do with fossil fuels and nuclear power. Type 2 civilizations control energy on a planetary scale, living in harmony with their world. Type 3 civilizations, however, have advanced so far that they can extract energy directly from stars. Kardashev believed that highly advanced civilizations might even be able to manipulate matter and energy on a cosmic scale. These beings would no longer have physical bodies as we do, having evolved into pure energy or spiritual forms. While humanity is still in its infancy as a Type 1 civilization, Kardashev's theory suggests that the potential for greater evolution exists. So, will humanity one day achieve faster-than-light travel, extraterrestrial contact, and the ability to manipulate space-time? While these concepts might seem fantastical, they may not be as far-fetched as they appear. If we can one day unlock the mysteries of space-time travel, humanity won't need to fly beyond the solar system's boundaries. Instead, we could use the exceptional physical properties of other dimensions to navigate the universe. As we stand on the precipice of a new era in human exploration, the question isn't just if we will leave the confines of our solar system, but how and when. The obstacles may seem insurmountable today, distances measured in light years, the boundaries of known physics, and the immense challenge of sustaining life beyond Earth. Yet history teaches us that human progress often begins with dreams that far outstrip the current limits of our technology. The discoveries made by the James Webb Space Telescope, the renewed ambitions of NASA, and the bold vision of visionaries like Elon Musk are just the beginning. While interstellar travel might seem like the stuff of science fiction, the line between imagination and reality has always been blurred by innovation. The once fantastical warp drive, faster-than-light travel, and the manipulation of space-time are concepts that today's scientists are working hard to bring from theory into practice. Our journey continues, full of discovery, challenges, and the promise of something far greater than ourselves. As we look to the stars, we realize that our greatest limitations may not be the physical laws of the universe, but our ability to dream beyond them.